And I will hopefully be adding James to that. Hey everybody, welcome back to Munkey Gaming. This is your everything gaming show. I am your lead host, Joe the Widget Wilson. My co-host, Justin Blackkey, is out on the road right now. He's getting himself a new apartment. So he will be on joining us through his phone a little bit later once he gets his apartment keys. I am joined, as always, by James Meeble.
Hi everyone, welcome.
James, on the air right now, man. Are you officially joining the show?
Am I official? Yes, I will be officially here every Wednesday from
Next
7:30 or 8 o'clock tonight. But yeah.
Next Wednesday, his name will be in the intro.
Woo!
Yay!
It's official.
It's official.
Hey, okay, USA #1.
We are joined by a co-host tonight. He was with me on QGN. He got screwed over by who shall not be named as well, Mr. Landon.
What's up, guys?
I didn't use your last name or anything like that because I didn't know if you wanted me to.
No, please don't. I appreciate if you didn't mention my last name, but yeah, my name's Lennon. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show, man. It's good. I'm glad to have you here. All right,
I'm
we've got a
excited,
full
man.
show. You guys both have access to the show notes, so you know what we're looking at.
Okay.
Now, like always, guys, we do a review, and I'm doing a review tonight of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I'm doing the PS4 version. It really doesn't differ too much between each version, but still, nonetheless, that's the version I was playing it on. If you guys understand our monkey rating system, if the game sucks, it gets 1 to 5 poo piles. If it's 5 poo piles, don't go near it, don't look at it, scrub it from your memory for all time. It's not worth even a mention. It's the game that shall not be named, all right, or mentioned. Now, if it's a good game, something that's worth playing, worth your interest, it'll get 1 of 5 golden bananas. If it's 5 golden bananas, it is God's gift to Earth for gaming.
Ooh,
Banana. After all, we are ninja monkeys. Woohoo! All right, so I'll get in that in a little bit. We have a lot going around here. We have what we've been playing. We have This Week in Beta. We have what's coming out this week. And what's around the news right now in the gaming industry. So like I said, we're everything gaming show. And if we ever get emails from listeners, we'll include those in there eventually as well. Get your thoughts, your comments, things of that nature. We're going to start off with the news. And the first thing I noticed was that Final Fantasy 15. I'm sure some of you have heard about it. If you're a Final Fantasy junkie like I am, you have definitely heard of it. And it looks amazing. I'm going to play a trailer just in just a second for you guys to see. There is no release date announced. Now, they are hinting at later this year. And I've even read that they're in development for the one with Disney crossover. My brain just farted. With the golden key. Kingdom Hearts 3. Thank you. Kingdom Hearts 3 is in the works, but it will not be released until after Final Fantasy 15 is released. So we're looking at Kingdom Hearts 3 sometime next year. At least. So I'm going to do is I'm going to play this Final Fantasy trailer for you guys. As soon as I get into it here. Yeah, I'm prepared. I have like 15 trailers queued up. And this one was not one of them. Because I'm a genius. There we go. And I'm going to play this trailer now. And naturally, it's all in Japanese. I want that car. Holy hell.
I have 2 of these.
あれって燃えてんの？
神話の時代の隕石だ。
お腹すいた。
座りっぱなしで体痛えわ。
Dinosaurs? That's interesting.
風呂が恋しいな。
そろそろ泊まれる場所が欲しい。
ルーナはオルティシエにいるらしい。ご無事なのか。
おお、あっちで待っててくれてるんだ。
他にはなんて。
会って渡したいものがあるってさ。
Hello, beautiful. Not you, James.
Ah, come on, man.
大丈夫かドクター。まあちょっと休んでな。くそ。手加減は。
山抜けたらそろそろ海だよね。
待たせて悪いな。
It's been a long time coming. That's funny. Yes, it has. So that is your look at Final Fantasy 15. It's an early look, and what I'm getting from it that's key is that this is going to be an action combat system, a live action combat system, which is not common to Final Fantasy series. They're actually mostly turn-based. So this is definitely different. And I look forward to that. A lot of RPGs and MMOs are going to that action style combat. And you get to drive a car. That looks pretty cool. And there's a hot blonde in it. That's what I got out of it.
Well, as long as there's a hot blonde.
Always gotta have the hot blonde. That's just kind of the way it is. Alright, guys. So that's what we have for Final Fantasy 15. It does look incredible in my mind. It does. What can I say? It's just the way it is. Alright, also in the news is that for you racer fans out there, Forza Motorsport 6 has been announced exclusively for the Xbox One. Surprise, surprise, considering all the other 5 were also exclusive to the Xbox. Yeah. Yes, we have an Xbox person on the show tonight, Landon.
That would be me, of course. I was about to make a comment about your Call of Duty being, not so different on the PS4. Joe, I gotta say, Xbox is better, man.
Well, we could have this debate all night, man. We can go round and round, but I would win this fight because of the numbers. But I'm not going to embarrass you on the air like that.
All right, as long as you don't embarrass me.
I would never buy an Xbox One unless I'm rich or someone gives it to me. Then I'll own it because there's one game I want for the Xbox One that really, really pissed me off when it first launched, and it wasn't on PlayStation. And I'm a huge junkie of fighters. Can you guess, Landon?
Fighter game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's that game I don't play.
Killer Instinct.
That's right, Killer Instinct. I had the images and everything in my brain, but I just couldn't remember the name. I played the demo a little bit. It's just not my cup of tea, but it is a fun fighter game. I will give it that.
Oh, I love it. The first Killer Instinct, just for the record here, the first Killer Instinct was the first fighting game to ever come out with an actual combo system.
Yes. The combos, and not to mention the combo breaker.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pulling up my soundboard right now just so I can pull that up.
Awesome.
And I didn't put it in here yet. I'm an idiot.
And it also paved the way for Mortal Kombat to put in the combos, paved the way for Street Fighter to put in combos, and it's been an integral part of all fighting games ever since. So.
Another fun fact, James, is I played at PAX last year. I played Killer Instinct with against the producer.
Oh wow, how'd that go?
It was awesome. He kicked the living snot out of me.
Sure.
I had a blast though. I think I got half of his first bar down before he took both of mine out. I told him, yeah, I used to be really good at Killer Instinct, and I was pressed. I had a press badge on, so naturally he goes, yeah, come play with me. That was awesome.
So you said there's 2 bars. Is that 2 life bars, or is that
2 life bars?
Life bar, or
Yeah,
is it like
it's 2 life bars. Unlike other fighters,
team-based, right?
No.
Okay, good.
And unlike other fighters, where we get someone's life bar down, you both reset to full, and you go around 2. In Killer Instinct, it's not the case. You knock out their life bar, they reset, your life remains where it was at, and their second life bar comes into play, and that's basically how the rounds look.
Right.
It's extremely fast action based, and Killer Instinct is in fact making its mark in the esports world right now as well. That's the one reason why I would ever own an Xbox, for that reason. I keep hoping and hoping it goes to PS4 eventually, but maybe not. Anyway, like I was saying, Forza Motorsport 6. And here is a look at it for you guys. Oh, after I go through this commercial with this lady on a toilet.
You know the
Lassie.
All right. Yeah.
All right, here we go. The real trailer.
Fast cars, fast women.
Oh yeah.
Taking a fast dump. Yeah, okay, that's an awesome car, but where the heck is the gameplay?
The Ford?
I think this is just a Ford commercial interposed as Forza.
Right.
Okay, so it was actually that. That's just weird. That was a weird ass trailer for the game. Alright. Got that out of the way.
I mean, if that was in-game graphics, then that looks spectacular, and I'm really interested in how the racing aspect's going to look. But visually, that was stunning, especially for a Ford vehicle with
Yeah.
Lamborghini doors.
This is true. True. Let me see here. I also have something else here. Nope. Ah, here we go. Alright, so Nintendo has released a release date for their very, very, very popular first-party title, Mario Party. Mario Party 10 is coming to the Wii U March 20th. So those of you who are a fan of that title, which I actually am, I love the Mario Party games. Playing with my kids, playing with family, it's a blast. But, yeah. You gotta own a Wii U, and not too many people do because it's kind of a crappy system. But I do, and I do look forward to this. And here's the trailer. Poltergeists. For those of you who don't know what Mario Party is about, it's actually pretty simple. It's highly based off the minigame concept. You're playing a board game with your characters, pretty much. And at the end of each turn, you go into a minigame to get coins. If you win the minigame, you get coins. The whole objective is to get a star. And there's a certain... Each board has different ways of achieving getting a star. The winner is one with the most stars at the end of the turn. So let's say it's 20 or 30, and why are you looking at me like that? It's evil. Scaring the hell out of me. But what makes Mario Party so popular is the mini games and the little power-ups. It makes for a lot of fun, and I was undefeated for a very long time against my family in Mario Party, and they hated me for it.
That is a selfless laugh for you, Joe.
Thank you, Landon. I really appreciate
You're
it, man.
welcome. Let
See-
me tell you why Mario Party is going to be a good game.
I'm listening.
Nintendo has always been good at making games that you can expect are going to be fun. Now, games that are usually coming out today, you know, they're kind of a little bit of a mystery side to them. With these games, I always look forward to these because you always know what you're going to expect, and it always delivers. So I'm looking forward to Mario Party 10.
Me too. And you're right, exactly. Nintendo does one thing right, is their first-party games are fun. Almost every single time. Now, I lost faith in Zelda games since Wind Waker, but...
Yeah.
Because that was just the gayest looking thing ever. And it played the same way. But needless to say, the Mario Party series, I've loved every single one of them. And I'm going to have a great time with my kids. I'm going to have a great time with my family and friends playing that in front of the Wii U. And they added a fifth person to it this time. Someone actually gets to play as Bowser. You're against the other 4 players. So you get to play the bad guy this time. That's going to be an interesting
that's
twist.
That's awesome. They added the whole like dungeon. I think it was Dungeon Defenders that they had. No, not Dungeon. But there's a game out there where you could be like the dungeon master.
Yeah.
And manipulate against the characters playing. And I've been a big fan since Mario Party 1. I've had them all and played them all and always had friends over. It always was a good time.
Yeah.
Sitting back and playing. I remember the first Mario Party on the old was it Nintendo 64 controller? You would get cuts on your palms from trying to rotate the stick so hard. It would actually cause abrasions on your palms to the point where you would have to put a Band-Aid on the next day.
Yeah, that's right. The first 2 Mario Parties came out for the N64, and I believe 3, 4, and 5 came out for the GameCube. 6 was Wii. 7 was Wii. No, wait, I got it wrong. There was 3 or 4 for the GameCube.
Both on the GameCube.
Yeah,
all the way up to 8 and 9 were on the Wii.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we finally got 10 coming out. I think there's only 2 I didn't own, and I believe that was 5 and 7. But needless to say, it's coming out. I actually look forward to it. I will be buying it around March 20th and having a blast with it. Unfortunately, there's no way to stream it or anything like that because Wii U sucks like that, but it's going to be fun.
Oh, you just need to get a capture card for that.
Yeah, right.
As of that dungeon crawler game, were you talking about the new Fable? Because I saw some stuff on that where you can control as a dungeon master. And...
It's actually a game that's like Dungeon. I think it's called something like Dungeon Master, where you do control.
I'll have to look at it. I have a copy of it. I haven't played it in forever, but yeah, I think it was called like Dungeon Master or something like that. I would have to look it up.
All right.
It's a little off topic here, though, guys. But which Nintendo system would you say was your favorite?
Oh.
Officially, Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo is definitely the best. It was the first integration of having a low graphics, but being able to use it in such a way that you can get engrossed in the game. They used what they called was a mode 6 or mode 8 or something like that, which would actually use a tilt screen in the background, where it was like the first integration of 3D graphics. You would see like Mario Kart and even Final Fantasy 3, which is the 6 in Japan, Final Fantasy 6 in Japan, actually used it for the overworld map and stuff. And it would actually give maybe it wasn't the best looking, but it would give you a more in-depth feel of the gameplay. And overall, it just had such classics that just continued on throughout to the generations, like the Metroid series, Mario Kart series, and the Legend of Zelda series. You know, yes, it started on the NES, but it really got people hooked on the Super Nintendo. So ultimately, that's my favorite.
And it was top-of-the-line graphics back in the day, man. That was 16 bits of hardcore.
16 bits of pure graphics.
Great, it's awesome. What about you, Landon?
That's a tough one. It really is a tie. I really enjoyed the Xbox, just the original. I played. I
said Nintendo system.
What's that?
I asked your favorite Nintendo system.
Oh, Nintendo system. In that case, it's actually the other tie with that would be the Nintendo 64. I grew up on the Nintendo 64, especially playing Star Fox, Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and of course the best shooter that's probably ever been made, 007 GoldenEye?
GoldenEye, yeah. Well, I beg to differ on that and the shooter end, but it was a lot of fun.
Definitely one of the best.
It definitely paved the way for all first-person shooters the way they are right now. They definitely took a note out of GoldenEye's book.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about Killer Instinct. It's an innovator.
Doom copied, everything's copied from Doom and Quake and Descent back in the day, but the actual first-person shooter or not Descent, but Hexen, the actual first-person shooter that got very popular, that
For
made everyone get
multiplayer.
into that. The multiplayer aspect on the home console was GoldenEye, and
Without a doubt.
it's stuck ever since. Yeah.
My favorite
Yeah.
Nintendo system was the GameCube.
GameCube's definitely a good one too.
Yeah.
The little discs were a little pain in the neck, but it had some of my all-time favorite games on there. Like the Mario parties for the GameCube were by far the best. I like the controllers better than any other controller they come out with yet, honestly.
Yeah. I actually never owned a GameCube though. I just played the hell out of my my neighbor's GameCube. We'd go over to his basement and we'd play Smash Bros. All day. Never get sick of that game. But I remember playing Pikmin, the Star Wars Rogue
Squadron.
X-Wing. Yeah, that one was a good one. We enjoyed the Godzilla game as well. I didn't play too much of the GameCube, but the games I did play, I always liked them. The controllers always felt good, and I gotta agree with you, Joe. Definitely one of the best controllers, or if not the best controller that has been made.
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least.
GameCube was
concur.
the first controller that actually integrated the ability to lightly press on the top triggers, the top buttons, and to
Button
get different
sensitivity.
effects out of it. Like Mario Sunshine, you'd be able to just barely squirt out a little bit of water instead of always having it either on or off. So, and that was a really nice addition.
That's the thing about Nintendo, though. They've always been big in innovation when it comes to game environment. Now, I think the whole Wii and Wii U thing is a old hat. And the actual having to get up and move around to play a video game has lost its flair.
Yeah.
I would be so happy if Nintendo got out of the hardware market and just became a software developer.
It'd be interesting. Definitely would. I'd be interested to see what they come out with if they made that change. But you got to give it to Nintendo because they've always had that ambition to take that risk for the next step. Yeah, they've failed when it comes to some of their systems or some of their things for their systems, but
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy,
yeah,
one of the biggest mistakes
that's the one
ever.
I had in mind too.
Actually, no, the Nintendo Wii, the Wii U has crashed worse than the Nintendo Boy or the Virtual
Really?
Boy. Yeah, it lost more money than any other Nintendo mistake in history. Yeah, the Wii U is just it's tanking hardcore.
Yeah, but they are great innovators. That's my just main focus. Is they've always been the first ones to try to introduce something new, whether it be the handhelds or having games where you actually virtually play. There you go.
Have the
There's
Virtual Boy? Dude, I'm jealous. I always wanted one.
Cannot believe you actually got one.
Of course.
Those things are
One of-
collector's items. If you have the box for it and everything like that, those things worth money.
It is dusty. I don't have any box, no. And the sound card spent on it, you got to use headphones.
Oh man, that's still awesome though. I'm jealous. When I was a kid, I wanted
well-
one.
Dust.
All right, we're gonna get into what we've been playing here in just a second. But first, I want to talk about what is coming up in beta. Those of you who have a PlayStation 4, get ready for PlanetSide 2, coming January 20th for beta signups. You just go right to their site. Just go ahead and search SOE, and you'll find it, and you can sign up for the beta. They're going to be getting people in waves. It's going to be an exciting time. I look very much forward to it. 'Cause I love PlanetSide 2. I think it was made for the console. And that's coming to PlayStation 4 January 20th in closed beta. And as beta progresses, more and more people will be getting in. So sign up. All right, so we're going to get into what we've been playing. I'm going to let our guests go first. Landon, what have you been up to, man?
All right. Well, you know me. I love my Xbox games, but just starting a new semester in college, I haven't been able to play too much lately. But what I have been playing is I play a lot of FIFA 15, especially Ultimate Team. I'm a real big fan of the FIFA games, and I definitely recommend picking up FIFA 15 if you are considering it. It feels a lot better than the last game and a lot more smooth, as well as they've added in some really cool stuff.
I got to say something really quick. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. On that FIFA topic, when I was working for Sony as a developer, all around the office, all the different development teams had one thing going. Everyone played FIFA in that stupid office and had tournaments all the time. I was one of the few that refused to do it. I can't
Well, it
stand
couldn't be a stupid
soccer.
office if they were all playing FIFA, because that sounds pretty awesome.
It was always like one sport or the other, and that happened to be
Yeah.
that time when we were working on God of War, so... Ugh. Go ahead.
Gotcha. I've also been playing Far Cry 4, trying to get through that game. I played a couple of their multiplayer matches from Far Cry 3 to Far Cry 4. The multiplayer, they kind of changed it up. I like what they did do, allowing, different kind of perks and stuff. It's just different than most shooters. And then I've been playing a lot of the Halo 5 beta. Okay, Joe, you ready?
No.
Okay, this is another reason why you should get an Xbox. Okay,
I'm a Halo hater.
Let me tell you. Halo 5 beta is the best Halo multiplayer that I have ever played to date, and it is a beta.
Okay, let me put it this way, though.
That being said, they are innovating the kind of Call of Duty feel. Not what they did with Halo 4, though. Let me remind you that that was a bad idea. But with Halo 5, they're keeping it to a point where it still feels like Halo, but adding in new elements and new ways to play the game in a manner where you're going to enjoy it more and it feels more to date. Now, as the beta goes, haven't had a lot of problems. There are a lot of waiting lobbies, and it's kind of hard to get into some of the games, but when you are into them, usually they work fine. And them just rotating maps out and different guns and stuff has been enjoyable. I got to give it to 343 Industries. They've done an awesome job with this Halo 5 beta, and I really think that they learned from their Halo 4 mistakes, and they are definitely doing this for the customer, not for them themselves. So if you have an Xbox One, if you have the Halo Master Chief Collection, definitely download the beta before it runs out. I believe the last date is the 19th. Go play it. I promise you'll have a good time. And then other than that, I've just been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox One. Kind of interesting being able to play in a first-person perspective instead of the third-person. But it's pretty much the same game as the console or the 360 or PS3 versions.
Yeah.
But
My problem with Halo, and even the Halo 5 beta, good crap is still crap.
Oh, Joe, that's blasphemy. That is blasphemy.
I'm a first-person purist, and I hate Halo with a passion. I played 3 a lot because I wanted to see what the hoopla was about, and after playing it for about 4 hours, I said I will never touch it again. I tried Halo 4 with my son. It was pukified as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Halo 4 was
it's
a monster.
disgusting when you can empty out an entire clip straight into somebody. They run up to you and they hit you with a little sword and you're dead. It's pathetic. That's all people
Joe,
do is melee.
You gotta promise me, Joe, if you have the opportunity to play the Halo 5 multiplayer at any time in your life, you gotta at least try it, because it feels different, but it still feels familiar. I really think that people who are Call of Duty enthusiasts, even Battlefield enthusiasts, doesn't matter what kind of shooter, they are making it more appealing to every first-person shooter fan out there. So definitely give it a try for me if you get the opportunity. If you hate it, I'll never bring it up again.
I'll if I ever have the opportunity, I will try it. I can't say I'll try it for very long, but I'll try it.
Okay, that's all I ask.
As far as competition goes, Halo's always reigned supreme as far as being able to bring in a large crowd to participate in huge tournaments, and they're also very entertaining to watch. You can find a lot of them on YouTube.
Halo is actually 7th place right now in games for esports.
I think watching Halo though is a lot more entertaining than watching Call of Duty or Battlefield. I enjoy watching the game. I don't enjoy playing it as much, but I enjoy watching it very much so.
My counter argument to that though is Advanced Warfare is a lot of fun to watch because of the new movement systems.
Yeah, I've seen some of your gameplay, and it is really interesting. It's cool, but I still can't get into everything flashing on the screen. Every 2 seconds, it's to me it's a little distracting, but the game overall looks like a lot of fun. So
I'll check it out when I can. I mean, I wouldn't mind owning an Xbox One. I really wouldn't. I don't hate Xbox at all. I just the price point of it and how they advertise it as a multimedia platform didn't appeal to me. It didn't. When the PlayStation 4 was so clearly more powerful than the Xbox One, and the fact that it's now outselling the Xbox One 3-1, even in the United States for the first time ever. I'm thinking I'm sticking with my PS4.
Well, Joe, if you're talking about the PR from the E3 of 2013,
Yeah.
I don't think any Xbox enthusiast was very happy with what they were saying. So I don't think you're the only one, but
I'm not
I
a
think they
fanboy of any
redeemed
system.
themselves.
I'm not. I'm a fanboy of the games, not the system. And the exclusives that came out with Xbox, I haven't been a big fan of. Now, the
Yeah.
Killer Instinct, I have been, but it wasn't worth $500 price tag to buy for one game. It just wasn't.
No, I absolutely agree. It really just depends, what those games are that you do want, and the other, vice versa, each console and your preferences. Like for me, with PS4, the only reason I would buy a PS4 is for Bloodborne.
Mm.
And I'm a huge Dark Souls fan, always have been, and I'm really sad that I probably won't get to play that game until PS4's drop. I mean, I just bought a PS3 5 months ago, and that was my first PS3. So I really think it really depends on your preferences. If you like, Xbox and those games, then definitely go that route. But if you like the other versions, then stick with the ones that you're more familiar with.
My only warning to those Xbox fanboys out there is be careful, because a lot of the third-party sign-ons that Xbox had are no longer signing with Xbox. So a lot of those games that used to be first, exclusive are going away from being exclusive.
There are a lot of games from PlayStation going towards Xbox too, and from what I understand, I mean, even the Square Enix games, there haven't been a lot of them on the Xbox. I know the Kingdom Hearts 3 will be on the Xbox, so there are new games leaving or going to the other side, and there are games coming in. It just when it comes down to it, it really depends on what game you want to play.
Oh, of course. Justin, welcome to the show, man.
Welcome back.
You barely hear you, buddy.
Hi.
Can't hear
If only
you.
you could saw the hand if only you could have saw the hand motion I was doing while I'm driving.
I simulated it for you.
While I have you on the phone right now, Justin, let's talk briefly about these esports. Can you do that?
Yep.
So your notes say that the grand finals.
The grand finals for Smite was phenomenal to watch. I know a couple of articles have actually called it one of the most defining moments in esports. I don't really know why, other than it was a great match to watch. It went for the grand finals of Smite. It was a best of 5. Now, it's not often you see a 2-game comeback out of those, and that is what you witnessed. Titan made a 2-0 comeback to almost win it. They ended up losing to Cognitive Prime, I believe it was,
Yeah.
and it was just phenomenal to see how they managed to almost win that one too.
Wasn't there a pretty big prize pool for that tournament?
The final prize pool count for was $2.6 million.
Jeez.
Wow.
So first place got what, $700,000, $800,000?
I think so. I don't remember off the top of my head. I couldn't actually find what the breakdown was.
So for those of you who have, this is another lesson that we are fond of doing on this show, starting from episode 1, is your parents were wrong when they said you could never make a living from video games. It's possible.
Take that, parents.
It's possible,
You
but
wanna-
it takes a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
So.
It does take a lot of dedication. Just like any other sport. If you want to become good in basketball, you got to practice basketball constantly. If you want to become good in football, you got to practice football constantly.
A little natural skill doesn't hurt either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt, but you still got to practice. You can have all the natural skill in the world. If you don't practice, it's still not going to do anything.
Exactly. What about World of Tanks, man?
The World of Tanks had actually changed what they were doing before, or at least for North America. They're now a more cohesive worldwide. It's now WGLNA Gold. It's now the same format across the board.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, that was the main thing I've found. And I don't know how the schedule's working. I couldn't find much information on that. I don't know if like all teams are facing each other from all regions or if they're still region locked. But for at least North America, I know Simp is just dominating right now with 6-0.
7-0.
Oh, 7-0?
Mhm.
Oh, 7-0. It was 6-0 yesterday before the matches. 6-0 after yesterday, and Cunningham's are 6-1.
Yep.
They lost yesterday. Those are the 2 top teams in North America right now.
I still have the team leader from Simp on my Skype contacts. I'm gonna have to ask him to get on the show one of these days.
All right. Don't leave my blinker on anymore.
Yeah, very very responsible of you to still use your bikers while casting online.
While podcasting while driving.
Sorry, I'm driving. I'm on the road. I can't even see my notes right now.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be doing the show while you're
man.
driving.
Oh crap! I don't want to Oh well, get the moving down.
Well, thanks for that update, Justin. What have you been up to in gaming, man?
I've been playing League of Legends mostly the past week because that's all I've really had time to do.
Yeah, with your move.
Yeah, been able to get a few matches in here and there, so that's what I've been doing.
Have you
I'm up
played
to
with
bronze, I'm up
the
to
new-
bronze 2 now.
Oh, excellent. But you still play as a silver or gold player, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
of course.
How do you like the new champion?
What?
Have you played with the new champ yet? The one that just came out
No,
about 2
I
weeks ago?
I haven't played with the new one.
Don't you have to
What's
buy the
great-
champions in that game?
That's what's great about the League of Legends is that when a new champion comes out, they usually let you play it for free for a little bit, and they tend to be a little more overpowered. Granted, they do get nerfed after about a month or two. After everyone buys them, it's a good selling tactic, but it's really fun to play with the new champions when they do come out. I played a lot of League of Legends, never ranked or anything, but I was into it for a while. I'm a fiddlesticks player.
Oh,
Yeah.
you Fiddlesticks, one of my buddies when I jungle. Not my main position, but it's one I get forced into sometimes.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. It's like Greek to me. I'm a big time gamer too. Yeah, I know. I don't like MOBAs. I don't.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah, it's just not my shtick. But you know,
I'm not a big fan, but I like League of Dota, so.
I do look forward to coming on the air with you when you stream League of Legends, so I can learn a bit more about it. Maybe dabble in it.
I may be doing that tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah, never know. All right, James, what have you been up to, man?
This week in gaming, I have been playing a lot of Kerbal Space Program. With the release of version 0.90, they officially marks them going from alpha to beta, and they added a lot of new devices, I would say, to the system itself. They upgraded the facilities, which allow you to, the facilities are now upgradable in career mode, which makes it limits what you can do, your abilities on take off weight limit and EVAing space. You do an extra vehicular activity and stuff. This game is so in depth when it comes to the physics and reality of space travel that it really sparked my interest. I started playing about 2 years ago, and I knew nothing about space travel or orbital mechanics, homing transfers to different targets and transferring to different planets. And I really have a lot of respect for modern day astronauts, and even the astronauts of the 60s who were the pioneers of this. So much science goes into this game that it blows my mind. So they made it upgradable facilities for the career mode. They enhanced the Kerbal experience and the skills for your Kerbals. Everything is around this word Kerbal. They live on Kerbin. They're Kerbals. You put a K in front of everything, and that's what it is in this game. They add this cartoony feature to this really realistic physical game, and it entertains you for hours, endless hours. I think I have 400 plus hours logged into this game, and it doesn't feel like that at all. They overhauled the editor, which allows you to build your spacecraft and get it out there. They added new parts for the Mark III systems, the MK3. They added so many new sorting arrangements for the editor, which will allow you to find parts easier when you're building your spacecraft. And it's overall, like, the game itself, it's been improved so much. Just going into beta, I can't wait to see the release of the full game once it's completed. They added new contracts, new biomes to do science and research in, and it's just overall I'm overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that you can do in the game now. Originally, when it came out, it was a sandbox game, and you were only able to build your spacecraft, go up into space and try to get to the different planets and land and do whatever you want to do there. What's cool about the sandbox mode is you can go into space and set up a space station if you want for like a refueling station. You can go set up a base if you want on the moon with docking ports and rovers and stuff like that. It's really an entertaining game. If you haven't checked it out yet, go on Steam. It goes on sale every once in a while, around $24 while it's in beta. Excuse me. And once it becomes released, I'm sure it's going to go up to $39 or $40. But this game is worth $100, so I would definitely check it out. It's a fantastic play.
Oh,
Awesome.
Another thing about the sandbox, or originally with sandbox mode, you couldn't even land on planets, but it was a blast anyways. Seeing what crazy creations you could create with the rockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really realistic. The first few times you play the game, there's a demo out there. You can play the demo. They give you a limited amount of parts. But the first time you build a rocket, I challenge you to get into orbit around Kerbin. It's going to take you hours and hours of frustration. But every launch, when I have everything set up, it's good to go. My spacecraft looks great, and you hit the space bar to launch, and the thing just blows up. You have no idea why. So
That happened to me. That's why I laugh.
Sorry, Jeb.
yeah, sorry.
Boom.
I like to call them catastrophic failures.
I like to call them test flights.
Yeah, test flights. Yeah.
Test flights. That's a good way to put it.
If you're a Kerbalist and you don't want any loss of Kerbal life, you can add probes instead of actual Kerbals on there, so you don't have to kill anyone while you're doing your testing.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
but that's later. That's later if you're on the career mode.
Sure. Yeah, career mode is great. It gives you a science unlock skill tree that goes across the board. There's different parts that you can unlock that'll help you, progress on your quest for science.
We have to set up a time where you and I can be on at the same time and stream Kerbal.
Oh, that'd be great. They actually have a multiplayer. There's so many mods for this game. This game has really been developed mostly by the community now. There's such a following for it. There's so many mods. There's so many different part packs. There's a multiplayer mod out there. There's an addition for multiple resources that you can go mine, so it actually gives you an additional objective in the game and stuff.
James, that's actually a really interesting point, and this is a trend going on quite a bit in Steam, in particular in PC gaming, and that's the modded community. It's what they call community-built gaming, and there's actually a few games that are running on that same concept, where they'll release the core foundation of the game and let the fans, the players, go nuts with it, and they start adding with these awesome things that all these other players have been doing to it, and they add into the game, and it's like a community build, if you will.
For years, the gaming industry didn't reach out to their community to help. There's a lot of experts and gaming, programmers and enthusiasts out there that really make a great addition to the game, and they don't have to pay them. So
Exactly.
It's overall benefiting the company, it's overall benefiting the community and the general players of the game. So it's a win-win-win situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what else have you been up to, man?
Besides that, I've been stuck on World of Warcraft. Doing my thing,
your raids.
gearing up a new character, doing my raids. I'm not a guild master, but I am an officer in one of the guilds I play, and I organize all the raids, and it takes up a lot of my time, and
Oh yeah.
it's worth it. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy the raiding aspect, and I've been doing a lot of PvP lately too. The new PvP area out in Ashran Storm Shield.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. It's a huge world raid, and it's fantastic. It's a lot of hours of entertainment, put it that way,
That's the whole point of gaming, though. Hours and hours of entertainment.
and a little bit of frustration.
A little bit of frustration. Always have that in raiding.
Yeah, of course.
The only World of Warcraft I've really been playing the last week was just to do my garrisons on my 3 characters. I have them, and then I normally log out and go back to Call of Duty.
That's one thing I noticed with this new expansion. It draws you back in. You want to. You don't have to, but you want to log on every day to do your garrison missions, your daily quests. There's so many rewards that they give you for doing these that you're just like, all right, well, I have to log on for at least a half hour today to knock out these
Get all my
required
garrisons done.
items every day. So, it compels you. It doesn't. You're not required to. There's been days that I haven't logged in, but more often than not, I'm drawn back to it. And I'm just like, oh, I got to do this. And then, 3 hours later, I was like, okay, I got to go get something to eat.
Exactly. Well,
Every time I get out, they pull me back in.
Yeah, that's the World of Warcraft curse, really. The game's been going for 10 years, and it's not dying anytime soon. Most of my gameplay this week has all been in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And since I've played most of it this week just to not only review it, because it was just pulling me in all the damn time, I'm going to go ahead and review it right now. And the first thing I want to talk about is the campaign mode. Now, the campaign, I tried to find negative aspects of it. I haven't been able to yet, and I'm about 2/3 of the way in. It's amazing. It draws you in. It's not like other Call of Duties where you get confused in missions and like it's just endless ways of fighting. It's little bits of fighting mixed in with tons of action and driving down a canal with a boat that goes underwater and up and down. It's insanity. And the stealth missions are a blast with all the high-tech gear you can use. And the graphics are incredible. A buddy of mine was behind me. He came by and watched me playing it while I was streaming it one day, and he was like, "What movie are you watching?" I was like, "I'm actually playing that. That guy right there is me." See, look, he shoots when I shoot. The graphics are amazing. Kevin Spacey is the lead actor. He plays the main antagonist in the game, and it's lifelike. They nailed him perfectly. The acting is phenomenal. It's just a wonderful thing to see, and it's just an amazing game to play. And I'm getting distracted here.
Now, overall, is it still like a linear aspect to it, or is there like multiple ways you can complete the mission?
It is.
Or
That's the one thing I can say. It still has a linear path to it because it's extremely story driven.
Right.
Extremely story driven.
Yeah, I find that to be the only downfall to all of the campaign missions on all these first-person shooters nowadays. They're very linear, except for Far Cry. No, not Far Cry, but Landon, you were just speaking about it earlier. You said you were playing it.
Which game?
The first-person shooter, very open world.
Halo?
Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4.
Auto.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Far Cry
4.
I guess it was, yeah. Is that the one where you're flying around on the grappling hook and stuff?
No.
Okay.
No, the grappling hook, that's one of my favorite all-time sandbox titles, and Just Cause, too.
Just Cause, thank you. Yeah,
Which
Just
reminds
Cause.
me...
I like that aspect. I like to be able to not have, not be stuck on something and, and have to go in a straight line, and they're funneling me down this, and I'm just doing it because it's telling me to do it. I like to go out and find my own things to do.
Just on a quick side note, though, Just Cause 3 is being released this year.
Oh, awesome.
I am stoked for it.
The only thing I don't like about those types of games is I am a completionist. I like 100% on everything, and to 100% on a game like Just Cause will drive you insane.
The thing is,
mad. There's so much to do, so much destruction. It ends up, consuming your time. And then you're like, okay, I guess I'll do the quest now because I finished doing 100% in this area. So for me, it becomes difficult. It becomes more of a challenge to do the 100% than anything else.
James, the thing about Call of Duty, though, what I kept in mind when I was playing the Call of Duty campaign is that those games, the campaign modes are extremely story driven.
Yeah.
So it does tend to put you on a path, but it's telling you an amazingly choreographed story. It is like playing in a movie. And you don't notice that you're on a linear path. You don't know that you're on rails going the path they want you to. You feel like you're doing the action. And it's so well done that you just get drawn in. I love it. It's an amazing campaign. I highly recommend it. It is definitely not for kids under the age of 13. Just saying. Now, the online mode is where this game really truly shines. This is the best Call of Duty by far for online multiplayer. And what I mean by that is the movement that they included in the game with the exosuits. In Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, you have now exosuits on you, and these you can pick one of variants. Like you can put a shield up, like a riot shield, for a brief period of time because you have a limited battery life. You can get a speed exosuit to make you run really fast. You can get one that silences your footfalls, that kind of thing. And these exosuits allow you to double jump, run and slide, dodge, what they call a speed dodge, which you can just double tap a certain direction on your right joystick and you'll dodge quickly to the right or left. On top of that, you can do that stuff while in midair. You can double jump onto a rooftop, and if someone's there, you can quickly dodge to the right, gun them down, slide through a doorway, and gun someone else down. It's incredible. I had one of those moments today where they have these daily challenges you have to do, and today's daily challenge was using a heavy weapon, and you had to do where it's I forgot the name of the mode, where it's A, B, and C you have to capture and hold.
Domination?
Domination, thank you. And you had to get 30 kills with a heavy and domination. And I had one of those moments where I went to their base they were holding, it was C at the time, and they had to have 6 people there. I double jumped off of a roof, and as I was coming down, I gunned down 2 people. I landed with, there's a way you can land with a huge bang and knock people back. I did that, took off running, slid through C, while at the same time shooting another person, caught him out, turned around, threw a grenade at one, turned around and shot the other guy. The other guy exploded. I took all 5 out in 1C, and I got all three of my kill streak perks at that one time. Moments like that make for incredible gameplay. Now, mind you, the next 3 games I sucked badly, but
Welcome to Joe's Luck.
yeah, that's just the way I roll, yo. The movement is what makes this game shine. But also, the fact that you get supply drops by doing certain things within the game. These supply drops, now, when you look at the guns, it doesn't look like there's very many. Maybe 4 or 5 per classification, whether it be submachine gun, sniper rifle, heavy machine gun, assault rifle. But you have a chance of randomly getting one of, like, 4 different versions. You know how in World of Warcraft and RPGs you have, like, green quality, white quality, blue, purple. They have that.
Yeah.
They have that now in Advanced Warfare. So you have your elite, which is like your purple epic quality of a weapon. And it changes the stats of the weapon, the look of the weapon, and you can switch between those ones that you won from getting supply crates.
No, yeah.
Which makes it so much more fun. My son just loves it to death. And you have different gear you can put on yourself. XP boosts that you can get from these supply crates, and you know how you get those supply drops they introduced as one of the kill streak rewards.
Yes.
They have a rocket one now that comes down a lot faster, so it's a lot harder for an enemy to steal it from you. Thank God, because it's the most annoying thing on the face of this planet. What was I getting at?
How fun it is.
Man, my brain just shot off.
Well, if you'd like to think about it, I can also vouch for you. I'm actually having a lot of fun with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare as well. Having those supply crates that you can open up to get different gear, you know, the elite, the professional, the enlisted, does really keep it more entertaining for me, at least. I've always liked, you know, being able to customize my character and have him be what I want him to be, even though I am a hardcore player and it won't let me be my guy in hardcore, which is dumb. But other than that, no, I agree with you completely, Joe. Modern Warfare 2 was my favorite Call of Duty. I never really liked the other ones. I always played them. I mean, they were always fun, but I really think Advanced Warfare has definitely taken the reign, at least for me, when it comes to the Call of Duty series, and I enjoy playing it. I mean, it's just a good game you can go back to every once in a while with friends, or even every day if you want. But the community is awesome too.
Guys,
a lot more professional too.
Guys, stop putting links in their chat. It auto times out people who do that.
No, all right.
So my 2 hosts are getting 10-minute timeouts here. But you're right. It is incredibly exciting. The gameplay wise, the customization of the weapons is awesome. It's the same thing, you know. The more you use a weapon, the more you can upgrade it. What's really cool is that you can actually upgrade your kill streaks, or you can modify them. You hit triangle on your kill streaks, and you can add different aspects to each of the kill streaks. Like if for a supply drop, you can make it to where it'll hover to you, and then drop in front of you when it finds you.
Oh my gosh!
You can make it to where it has.
Play Call of Duty now.
Yeah, it has like a. But the thing is, though, when you add these modifiers, it adds to the score needed to achieve it. So you can get a supply drop that has a high chance of getting a high reward, but it's going to double the amount of points required to get that supply drop. So from being, instead of 500, it goes to 1,000. In other words, 10 kills versus 5 kills. If you're using hardline, 8 kills. Whatever, you get the idea.
Yeah.
There are some faults to online, though. And this is
And
where...
what would that be?
That is the online connectivity. It still uses peer-to-peer hosting. So when you have a player... It picks a certain player to be the host of the match. And if they have a really bad ping, everybody suffers. You're going to get lag city. And which has happened to me quite a bit. And sometimes if they time out, if their internet's so bad, you will time out and you'll lose the game. Had it happen to me 3 games today where the host timed out or lagged out, and 2 of them were winning awesome games that I lost all my record for because of that issue. It does have a timeout issue, which is my biggest thing online. It's annoying, and the microphone's always on. Please knock that off. It's nothing worse than having some guy rapping out while he has got his rap, jamming in the background, yelling at his wife and his kids at the same time. And we're all just trying to play a game here. Or some 10-year-old cussing out a 35-year-old.
This is my favorite show.
I enjoy that. Yeah, I enjoy that thoroughly. The thing I don't like about open mics is the mouth breathers.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I got him. I know I got him.
Like, dude, get away from your mic already. But that's the only real big problem is the peer-to-peer. I wish they'd have dedicated hosting. I know it costs more money, but EA, you make enough money to do it. Come on.
Yeah, I think they should be able to do it.
Dedicated servers would be phenomenal. They just released the new rankings. I tried a ranking match once. It was Capture the Flag, which is my least favorite mode of all time. I hate it, and I got murdered, and it ranked me. It put me in a game that was overranked because they couldn't find any games for my ranking, for my skill level. So it put me on a much higher skill level. I was third place out of my team of 5, so I didn't do too bad. But we got our butts handed to us 12-1, so it was not fun. So I put that away for now. I am almost level 40 in online mode, and if it wasn't for the disconnects and the lag that occurs, it would be a near perfect first-person shooter for me. So right now, with the campaign being awesome, I haven't played the 3rd mode yet. I even forgot what it's called. But between campaign and the online multiplayer, the 2 that really matter in a Call of Duty, I gave it a 9.5 out of 4.5 out of 5 in Golden Bananas.
Oh, banana.
And bananas.
It's 4.5. That's the best bananas we've gotten so far.
It's a pretty good rating.
Online multiplayer. I don't think I've ever seen EA put out a flawless online system. EA has always been lacking in that respect, and
That's true.
Really, it's one of the highest grossing, if not the highest grossing video game company out there. Yet they cannot ever in 20 years of gaming with EA put out a well thought out, well executed online system. So I'm disappointed in that respect, but 4.5.
4.5, the official
Out
score.
of 5.
Highly worth checking out, guys. If you've thought about playing a Call of Duty game and have not, this is the one to do it on. If you've got tired of Call of Duty and said, forget it, this is the one to come back to. It's worth it. I was extremely pleased with how fun it is. I will be streaming it Sunday after the show, because how much fun I have with it. But anyway, back to the show. What's new, guys? We have 2 games coming out. One that came out today. And I had ding-dings. That usually means something bad happened. All right.
It's just Justin left.
Oh, Justin left. Okay. So, what came out today? Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Wii U had come out. I didn't even know it was even coming out. But here's a quick little trailer of it that I pulled up off the internet. Machinima.
Oh, Machinima.
A company that started out by making World of Warcraft spoof videos. I was one of the few people that didn't like Mario Galaxy.
Did not like?
No, I couldn't stand the circular worlds. The little tiny things. Yeah, like that giant tennis ball. I really miss the old side scroller in Mario.
That looked
Oh,
like
yeah?
Super Monkey Ball there for a second.
Oh, that's another game I miss. Oh man,
That's a good one.
one of my favorite games for the GameCube.
That was a good one.
Boo, Mario!
He's got a little bee butt.
That's amazing.
Okay, that level looks annoying as hell. There you have it. Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Awesome.
Now out for the Wii U.
Hmm.
Justin gave
Oh.
me some news that I forgot to mention, guys. There's a new Baldur's Gate coming out. Baldur's Gate 3 is in the works, using the original engine.
Wow.
No release date yet.
Wow.
It was officially announced, so...
I wish they would have done that with Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Using the same
The
engine.
original engine.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that. That could be kind of fun.
That would have been a lot of fun. But Baldur's Gate was one of the first dungeon crawling RPG style games I played back in the day. I had a lot of fun with it. It was definitely entertaining in its time.
Oh yeah.
Another game that's coming out soon that I found very interesting. I'm trying to pull up the video for it right now. Oh, here it is. Is they have redid the original Resident Evil. It's HD remastered, coming out for the PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox 360.
This will be the second time that they remastered it. The first time would be for the GameCube, and it's just
Yep.
what they did was they took the GameCube graphics and then turned those HD. So.
I gotta admit, the first thing I noticed when I was watching this video is bouncy. You'll get what I mean.
Bouncy, huh? Hmm.
And Jill is hot in this version.
She was always hot in every version.
She's hotter in this one. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
Blood.
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues.
Looks pretty.
This.
Upcoming is going to be the best part of this video, and you'll see. I'll talk about it afterwards, but
Okay.
love it.
They gave her a nice butt. I'm all about the butt. Brains.
Walkers, Rick. Walkers.
God, I hate that about that movie. It's the problem with that movie. No one in that entire show, that show, calls them zombies. It's walkers or biters. Come on, no one saw a zombie movie.
There's the dumb brains over there.
The routers.
Rotters, walkers.
Rotters. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I hate that show.
Biters.
Ooh, that looks pretty. Oh no.
Another thing that got me on this video right here is when he's biting her on the neck and she starts holding her side.
My gosh.
Maybe it's just bad character rigging.
Barry,
What is it?
look out! It's a monster!
Yeah.
Let me take care of it.
Let me act badly.
Voice acting is 100% better than the original, though.
It's still horrible. All right,
It's
the
still-
video got
it's
laggy
still
right
gonna be
there.
horrible, but that's part of the Resident Evil
What's the
experience.
charm of it? Come on.
Yeah.
So what were you gonna say, James?
The point where the zombie turns around. It was one of the most scary thrilling experiences as a child playing on the PlayStation 1 was starting to play this game and you're like, oh, it's cool. You're just walking around a mansion. And then when you encounter this, you're like, what is going on there? And you couldn't really tell because the graphics were so bad on the 32-bit PlayStation that you were like, oh, what's going on? And then they cut to the cutscene. And it was the first time I ever seen a horror cutscene like that, being maybe 13 years old at the time. And seeing that zombie turn around from nothing to... and you're just like, oh, what do I do? And then it throws you right in the action. And they really vamped that up for this. They did that for the GameCube too, but on this one, you actually see the decay, the rot of his flesh, what they really truly wanted to employ originally in Resident Evil.
Do you know what got
Biohazard,
me?
whatever you wanna
Was
call it.
Resident Evil 2 and the Lickers when they first came in.
Oh, Lickers. Yes. The first one drops from the ceiling. That cutscene was phenomenal. And for having, just a marginal amount of time between the first and the second Resident Evil, they improved the cutscene incredibly. It was so it was still a little choppy, but it was smoother, and it actually looked somewhat realistic when that Licker was on the ceiling looking down at you, and then you had to immediately throw it in the action fighting, and it was awesome.
Yeah. So look for Resident Evil HD Remastered coming out on the 20th. If you're a big fan of that game, that's a good one to check out, guys. And we have an app of the week. And Landon, you saved me because I completely forgot to do one this week. So it's all you,
No
man.
problem. All right. Well, I downloaded this game. I've been looking for a good RTS game for the Apple products. I used an iPad, and there used to be a game called Rain. That's REIGN. It was my favorite. It was the best RTS game. It got taken down a long time ago. Haven't been able to find anything like it since, but this game is definitely worth a mention if you like RTS. It is called Battle for Wesnoth. Now, this is a obvious RTS player or turn-by-turn game, just overlooking all of your characters and using a lot of strategy. Definitely take a look at it. It does cost money. I think it was like $4, $5, but it is awesome because I've been playing this game for almost like 2 weeks now. I mean, playing it straight, and I'm not even done with the first campaign, and there's 30 campaigns, so I put at least 20 hours into it. I'm looking forward to what else is going to be happening in the game, but definitely take a look at it if you do like RTS. It is a fun one.
It looks cool.
And it is a fantasy kind of RTS.
Yeah, I was looking at the screenshots and I just showed them on the air. That looks interesting. My favorite RTS of all time was Final Fantasy Tactics.
That was a good one too.
So is Battle for Wesnoth, is that kind of like a Warcraft type style of gameplay, or more like
No, it's you tell your player to go as many spaces as they can, and then they'll have to stop there. It's not where it's full action. You basically strategize where you want to place your troops, tell them to go to the spot, and then it's the opponent's turn. When the opponents go, once you go into battle, they then fight. If you're the interesting aspect about this game though is it's not like most RTS games where you start out the game, you build your troops and you send them out. It's you build your troops and you have those troops forever as long as they survive, and you have a income for those troops, and also you have to pay for your army. So the more troops you're buying, the less money you're going to have for buying better troops in the future. So when you defeat a battle, your next battle you're going to be able to summon the troops you already have purchased in the past to be able to fight for you. So it's a very interesting strategic game because it's not just level by level strategy, it's entire campaign strategy. Mm-hmm. So if you're spending way too much on your troops in the beginning, you're not going to have troops for your next mission. You're probably going to fail.
So it has more of the feel of like a Civilization type game with the
yes, it's more like a Civilization.
Got it.
Yeah. Sounds more like a Total War game.
I actually haven't played Total War, but I have played Civ, and it's similar to Civ. It's not as detailed as Civ. You're not, building buildings and civilizations and governing your cities, but it's just where you build your armies and then try to defeat the opposite side's armies and go to the next level. Very story-driven, though.
And note for Battle of Wesnoth, it is not available on Android devices. It's an Apple product only. So.
I think you just looked it up.
Yes.
Oh, it's not available on Android?
Nope.
Bummer.
Nope. Sad day.
But I do have an iPad, so I'll check it out there.
There you go. There you go. One thing I'm looking forward to on the on Android devices and hopefully for phones soon is Hearthstone. We talked about it last week. And,
Yes.
You know, currently you need an Android device that's larger than 6 inches to play it. You can find hacks online to get it on your phone. It is possible, but it takes a little bit. Some strategies tell you to root your device and stuff. I don't recommend it unless you've looked into this thoroughly. And when you root your device, you may lose all your information, and you could brick your phone. So I would just wait until the official version comes out for the phones and play then. But if you have an Android device or you really like Hearthstone, it's definitely the way to go. Play it mobily. But you do require an internet connection to play. So.
All right, guys. I think that's about it for our show tonight. This has been episode 2 of Ninja Monkey Gaming. We are live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/NM Gaming Show. N as in Nancy, M as in Monkey, or N as in Ninja. Ninja. Our email is nmgamingshow@gmail.com. Email us anything you like. If you want to put up an app for the week, talk about a game, you name it, send it in. Even if you want to review a game and send it in, we will play it or read it. And that is it for that. I want to thank our guest for joining us, Landon. Landon, where can they find you, man?
You can find me 2 main places. First, you can follow me on Twitter. It's just Blitzkrieg Omega, spelled German-wise, BLITZKRIEG Omega. And you can also find me at my YouTube channel, which is also Blitzkrieg Omega, doing some FIFA right now and some Far Cry 4 and introducing a new game. So come hang out with me on YouTube and have fun.
All right, everybody. I am Joe the Widget Wilson. I want to thank you for watching episode 2, and we'll be back for episode 3 next Wednesday. Night, everybody.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
I'll do the hand thing for you. Bye!